Know that feeling when you're in a team and everything just clicks? Ideas are flying, everyone's chipping in, and you walk out of the room feeling like you actually accomplished something amazing? Well, there's usually a hidden skill at play, a kind of secret ingredient that turns group chaos into real collaboration. Today, we're diving into the art of facilitation.
Okay, let's just start with a feeling we all know way too well, right? The endless meeting. The one where you're just zoning out, maybe checking your phone, and secretly wondering, why am I even here? That universal pain point, that's exactly the problem that great facilitation is designed to fix. And this right here, this really gets to the heart of it. On one side, you've got your typical meeting, rambling discussions, the same two people do all the talking, and you leave with absolutely no idea what's supposed to happen next. But on the other side, you have a facilitated session. It's got a clear purpose, everyone actually gets to speak, and it drives toward a real actionable outcome. I mean, it is a night and day difference.
So, what is this magic ingredient anyway? Let's get a clear definition, because honestly, facilitation is one of those words that gets thrown around and is often misunderstood. It's not about being the boss, or the expert, or the person with all the answers. No, it's something way more subtle and, frankly, more powerful.
Here it is, the core idea. A facilitator doesn't give the group the answers. Instead, they provide the path, the structure, so the group can find its own answers. Think of them as the guardians of the conversation, making sure it's meaningful and that the group's collective brainpower actually comes to the surface. And getting this difference is absolutely key. See, a trainer is there to teach you what to do. A coach is there to help you, as an individual, get better. A mentor gives you advice from their experience. But a facilitator, they are focused completely on the how, the process by which the group works together. It's a totally unique and critical role.
And listen, this isn't just some abstract theory we're talking about. The principles we're covering are pulled straight from the real-world playbooks of certified professional facilitators, people who have spent decades in the trenches perfecting this craft. This is time-tested stuff that works. So, what does a facilitator actually do to make all this happen? What's in their toolkit? Let's open it up and take a look at the core principles that really drive a group's success. And believe me, it is a deep toolkit. A professional facilitator might have a library of over 500 different structured activities and processes. This isn't just about making sure everyone gets a turn to talk. It's a seriously rich discipline with a tool for pretty much any group challenge you can think of. This brings us to probably the most crucial distinction of all: content versus process. The content is what you're talking about: the sales numbers, the project deadline, the new marketing campaign. The process is how you're talking about it. The group owns the content, the facilitator owns the process. That separation is everything. Now, this leads to one of the most important processes a facilitator manages: the rhythm of divergence and convergence. A great facilitator knows exactly when a group needs to diverge, to go wide, brainstorm like crazy, and just get a ton of ideas on the table with zero judgment. And then they know the precise moment to pivot and guide the group to converge, to analyze, to prioritize, and to actually land on a decision. So in the moment, they're kind of a guide, a referee, and a protector, all rolled into one. They're managing conflicts, drawing out the quieter people, stopping the group from getting totally lost in the weeds, and always gently steering everyone back toward the goal you all agreed on at the start. Okay, so all of this comes together in a clear, repeatable blueprint. It's not random at all. Great facilitation follows a really logical cycle that makes sure you get from point A to point B without getting lost. It always starts with careful design. You have to know the goal before you even walk in the room. Then you demonstrate, which is just guiding the group through that plan. That, in turn, leads to delivering the outcome you were aiming for. And finally, you close the loop with feedback, looking back not just on what you did, but how you worked together to do it. So why does all this matter? What's the ultimate payoff? Well, because when you get the process right, you get something so much more valuable than just a checked-off to-do list. You get real human connection and results that can actually be breakthroughs. And ultimately, this is the goal. I love this quote. It's not about forcing a solution onto people. It's about creating a space where the group's own wisdom, their own creativity, and their own humanity can finally come out. The best ideas are almost always already in the room. Facilitation is just the key that unlocks them. So the next time you're in a meeting or any group setting,
Start thinking about the process. Think about the structure. And just ask yourself, what incredible wisdom, what collective genius is just sitting there in your team waiting for the right conversation to bring it to light?